Alright, so here's the thing. If nobody goes in with me, I have to record it. There is way too much to just sit down and write it all down. Meanwhile, these people keep giving me bad ideas. They don't stop to consider what I have gone through already to jump through the hoops that they have asked me to, for them to tell me I did it wrong every fucking time and change their fucking mind every fucking time. The thing is, Scott Scudder, whose phone number is 541-9922, sorry, it's 541-992-2822. That's Scott Scudder's number. He's one of the witnesses to the situation with Molly. Now, I am putting this here on the internet because Scott has not helped me to get this information to the police. Good intentions aside, these predators are getting away because of excuses. At that point, that is what it is. A good person would help to turn it in immediately. There's also the fact that at the hospital last night, they outright lied. Said that I couldn't turn in the crime against that 14-year-old girl at the Safeway. Well, they're the hospital that took part in helping to cover that up. That was on the 23rd. When that happened, that is the hospital that they took her to. I mean, I literally have to go to the hospital. Now, luckily, they got to see that I was recording, so they tried being more on their P's and Q's instead of playing victim. That officer came in and sure as fuck did that, didn't he? But every time I got to talk to these fucking cops, I have to fucking bow down to their fucking will and kiss their fucking ass when they don't want to do their fucking job. That was a serious enough situation the first time I talked to that son of a bitch. That officer that was in that fucking hospital last night, it was a serious enough situation the first time that I spoke to him about it. That he should have done something then. Now, I made excuses, didn't I? I made excuses for his predatory action, didn't I? Understandably from the situation. But really, it's not understandable because he made excuses for my predators. There's the evidence they won't look at, and their excuse is not to look at it versus the actual goddamn situation. I have to go through thousands of videos and thousands of pieces of fucking evidence without a place to do it. Now, Scott Scudder, there's multiple witnesses in his family whose numbers I don't have. Or I typed them down wrong when I filled them in. I don't have his brother Jared's number. I don't expect Christians to get off their ass. I wholeheartedly expect them to do nothing. I wholeheartedly expect them to tell me to give it to God, but are they giving it to God if it happens to them? No, they're trying to get help from human beings. When you tell me you'll fucking pray for me, shove it up your ass! Jason Scudder. His phone number is 971-341-7057. Since obviously they're just going to keep on running around and making me go to these places alone, to be told that I have to go someplace else, to be told I have to go to someplace else. Yeah. If going to the internet is the only way to get the information out there, then I will go to the fucking internet. Dallas Palmer was also a witness to that situation and several others. His phone number is 971-389-4400. These people, just like all of the other ones who are on my channel, are on my channel for a reason. It's called bullshitting. When you bullshit the fucking victim until their predator gets away and they get treated like a fucking nut job, you are the predator! Scott Scudder. What he did is predatory according to the law. Whether he did it intentionally or not doesn't matter. Now, of course, because of his disabilities, he's got an excuse. He's got an excuse. Because he is schizophrenic. The fact that he was willing to admit that, knowing he was being recorded. You know, that's pretty stand up, sort of. The thing is, if you're going to tell me things, they need to be true. And if you're not helping me to turn them into the cops, they're not true. You have zero evidence of any of the stuff that you claim, do you, Scott Scudder? Did you talk to those officers? What are their names? I've got the names of the officers I spoke with. I've got a bunch of their cards, and I have a bunch of fucking recordings, but there's too many of them for me to remember all their names. I barely know them. And I'm expected to know this stuff off the top of my head. Thousands of crimes committed against me. I'm only asking you to come forward about one. That you were gonna. Now, Kara Scudder, she could have very easily told those places that, yes, these things are happening. She was a witness, and so is her family. That's the thing. You need to tell them the crimes that are happening. All of these places are mandated reporters. They have to do their job. If you go on with somebody else and you fucking record it so the whole fucking world can see it. You can't hide in the corner and pretend that you're gonna for 6 goddamn years. Like so many others. They're excuses. Sorry, reasons. Reasons. It's only an excuse if it's me. For everybody else, it's a reason. You can't come forward and tell the truth about abuse because you got to go kill some animals. If it was dinner getting, I'd understand. You're not dinner getting. Now it's elk season. You got your deer, now it's elk season. This guy's not going out hunting to feed his family. I mean, at this point, what he's doing, he's going, all right, well, I have a place. I have a family. My wife takes care of all the paperwork. I don't have to do anything. I can go out and have fun killing shit. I mean, seriously, that is the way it's coming across at this point. How many dozens and dozens and dozens of hours has he spent sitting in that fucking parking lot at the Fred Meyer when he could be helping? All of that time is time that he could take the time to actually help instead of bullshit me. So when they can't, I make excuses for them. I get it. Scott Scudder. He is a witness to this. He is a witness to multiple situations. Between him coming forward and me having to go through all of this and sit down with it when I don't have a place to fucking do it, and it needs to be done on the fucking computer. My phone doesn't have the availability to do all of that shit. I can't record with my phone and show the evidence with my phone. I have to do desperate shit like that alone because what? Did Kara show up? No. Did she reschedule? No. Has she made any attempt? No. Her husband was gonna after deer season. Now it's elk season. Fuck! You're not good people. You are literally going out of your way to help my predators get away. Any excuse. God is your excuse. Hunting season is your excuse. Your schizophrenic is your fucking excuse. So your mental illnesses are a valid excuse. Well, I am victimized for my disabilities. Well, I am told that my disabilities are not an excuse for me to defend myself. They are a perfectly valid excuse for you pieces of shit to look away. So what? You believe in this God, right? So you choke to death on a strawberry that one of your coworkers think it's fucking hilarious to give you. Right? Then you're fucking dead as a goddamn doornail. Because of food allergies. And you think you're going to heaven because Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. But there ain't no pearly gates. Ain't no St. Peter there to ask you, hey, why is it that you let this guy get harmed over and over and over again? Why did you lie to him? Why did you claim you were gonna? Why did you let these things happen? Why didn't you turn it in? Why did you turn a blind eye to the sins of others? Why did you make a victim go in alone? Why did you procrastinate for that long? I'm sure these people are going to be angry about their numbers being out there. And about me being sick of their fucking excuses and saying, fuck you. You ain't got no God. Your God is an excuse for you to be complacent. You don't believe in God, you put on a good fucking show for manipulation of others. I get it, you're poor. You need help too. You're poor. Manipulate some Christians. They might help you. But you got to pretend to be Christian. And obviously, if you're letting this shit happen to people, you don't believe in Jesus. Now, we've got on my channel both Scott Scudder, Jason Scudder, and their brother, Jared Scudder, all talking about wanting to kill people. all talking about how they would kill people. If I speak out about that and how wrong it is, the cops will help people to pretend like I'm threatening their lives by doing so, but they will look away from threats against my life, even if I bring it to them in person. And then they say that you can't turn in crimes against others. No, I can. I absolutely can. As a mandated reporter, if there is allegations, that is good enough. They do not have to be against me. Now, the way that they treated me after that is highly illegal. And having to turn it in alone will result in police officers retaliating against me as they have done repeatedly. I do need to turn in the hospital for their fuck-ups. They were really nice, and through most of it, they did what they're supposed to do through most of it. Except they never called a social worker like they should have from the start. Lucky for me, I did record the hospital in Hood River, but I can't turn it into Hood River Police Department because of the crimes that they committed against me. With the crimes that were committed against me by the Dalles Police Department when I tried to turn it in, I can't take anything to the Dalles. I'm told to do things that I'm incapable of doing, and I have no assistance. I got to give y'all Claire's number first, or Claire's number next. She's a witness. Y'all get to see how much time, how much energy, and how many resources that I have to go through because these people are too stupid to realize, hey, if you go in at the beginning, it's done and over with. No more fucking hassle. When you spend over a month making every fucking excuse, then it is your fault it is continuing. There's this thing called karma. And I keep hearing about it. I don't like karma. Seems to me, although karma's getting the right people, it's people I care about. Yes, Natalie Bollinger did some extremely goddamn fucked up shit. But I still loved her. Rana Ingersoll did some extremely fucked up shit. But I still loved her. Anna Hunka did some extremely fucked up shit, but I still loved her. Mobley, he did some extremely fucked up shit too. And I still loved him. Christine Bouhit did some incredibly fucked up shit. And I still loved her. Just because I love you doesn't mean that you're off the hook. Just because I love you doesn't mean that you did right by me. Just because I love you doesn't mean I won't turn your ass in. Oh wait, I can't. They use the term mentally ill. And you guys let them. Between admitting that I told the truth in a timely and efficient fucking manner, you want to blow me off. And then you go, oh, well, there's no reason to go in now. Fuck you. You helped my predator get away, Scott. You helped my predators get away, Jason. I'm glad for what your wife did, but I'm unhappy about is the lack of follow-through and the lack of speaking up on her part, too. Like, if you explain to them that it is a fucking emergency, That's the thing, is that they're going to send you around from one place to another, to another, to another. I get that they're friends with her. I get that she knows them very well because she has pretty much everybody in her family is disabled. So she's very familiar with the process. So she knows it's not a fucking day job where you go in fucking 30 minutes and it's all done and over with, which is what my dad wanted to pretend it is. These aren't evil people. These are the kind of reasons that, of course, the Nazis got away with murdering millions of Jews and homeless and disabled, of course, for scientific experiments, because we were supposedly subhumans. Albert Einstein was one of those subhumans, just so you know. According to the Nazis, yeah, he was a subhuman. Not quite human. Kind of like you guys treat the homeless, except any excuse will do. You call him mentally ill, it makes it okay to look away. Is it okay to look away from crimes that are committed against Scott just because he's mentally ill? Now, I'm using mentally ill in the legal definition there because he is schizophrenic. When people say that I didn't fucking try, you need to take a look at the fucking evidence that shows how hard I have. And how my disabilities or people's assumptions of my disabilities have resulted in many actions that have cut me off from the resources needed. How the fuck am I supposed to do this being homeless? But I was forced into homelessness due to fucking abuse. Scott Scudder's family actually gives a fuck about him. This guy threatened to blow up a fucking school, dude. His family turned him in. He admitted it. His family admitted it. They're still with him. They still care about him. I believe their heart's in the right place. It's in their chest. But they don't have good intent. If you have good intentions, you follow through instead of lying to the person. Instead of leading them, when they're going through hell, and you lead them on like you're going to help, and you do jack shit. When? When are you going to get off your ass and do it? I can't do these things myself, so I'm wasting all of my resources hoping that you'll keep your fucking word. Trying to coordinate. When can you go in with me? How about, since you got to go hunting all the goddamn time, how about after you get done hunting? Oh yeah, but you don't give a shit about the abuse that I have to endure. You think if you ignore it long enough, that makes it okay. No, that makes you fucking horrible. That makes you an accessory because you helped them to get away. Knowingly and willingly. And even worse, you lied to an at-risk adult about it. Knowingly and intentionally. The place I'm supposed to go to today, it's TFCC Crisis Line, 1-800-962-2851, Tillamook Counseling Social Work. All cops are trained in how to victimize poor people. All of them. But the thing that they are able to prey on the most is the cowardice and the laziness. Yeah, you go to work every day. You might go to work for 12 hours a day, but you're too cowardly to speak up when your neighbor is victimized. I don't look away from your victimization. I'm not okay with Scott Scudder's employees at Fred Meyer's fucking killing him with goddamn strawberries. If he's allergic to strawberries, he's allergic to strawberries, and I don't want him to fucking die. I'm scared to fly a sign. I'm scared that I'll get in trouble or get fucking arrested. Instead of blowing me off, why don't you understand why? Why don't you take a look at what has transpired because of the situation with Molly? And because the cops didn't want to do anything for a male, especially a homeless male. I can't function to do these things. I can't afford to keep running around, wasting fucking gas, going to one fucking goddamn agency to another. No, these are all mandated reporters, and they are all fleecing you for your fucking tax dollars, stupid. I'm surprised my gas lasted as long as it did. There was still ice on my window this morning. The police aren't going to investigate this. They're just going to keep on blowing me off to somebody else, 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 to fucking somebody else. You know what most of these fucking idiots' problems is? They don't fucking record anything. They don't fucking speak up when it makes a fucking difference. And then they wonder why people are pissed at them. Do I hate these people? No, I fucking hate what they've done. Don't fucking lie to me. Don't fucking bullshit me. Don't tell me that you're gonna help me turn it in. And then waste an entire goddamn month of my life with fucking trivial bullshit. Between saving a man's life and killing a fucking deer, a man's life is worth more. Between saving a man's life and going twiddle-dee at fucking Bible study, even God would tell you that a man's life is worth more. Jesus himself did not go to Bible study. He stayed the hell out of the churches. Most of his sermons were outdoors. Jesus served man. You say, what would Jesus do? Well, Jesus would tell the motherfucking truth, and he'd do it right then and there. He'd admit what he'd done, and he'd go fucking face the music. What do? I admit what I'd done, and I face the music. I also do what I have to. What I have to try to get help. You see how hard I have tried for the last 6 years to get someone to actually give a shit? Everyone from the Scudders to Kayla Trujillo to Brendan Dickinson to Lauren Nelson thought if they just fucking ignored it, it would go away. And Ted Bollinger went free to victimize more people. The Boulder Police Department went on to kill Demetrius Shankling. I told the truth, but because not one of you fucking cowards ever tried the right way, you make me record it on YouTube. That makes it 100 times fucking more difficult. If you were to go in with me and explain it to the cops, then I could use my phone to record it as proof that it happened. But in order to give them your phone number or your information so they can contact you when I have to record live on video, where I got to get into my phone and get that fucking phone number, and you expect me to have all this ready ahead of time. I don't have a place to do it. I have no help to do it. I don't have the resources or the money to do it. And I don't have the time to do it when I have a place where I might be able to. There's a lot of shit going on that is not my fault. My computer is old as fuck. No, it's not working right. It's got evidence of thousands of crimes committed against me and others. And thousands of witnesses, just like the Scudders, with excuse after excuse after excuse. I shouldn't have to turn it in this way. I should not have to turn this in the way that I am right now. I should not have to give out these people's numbers on the fucking internet in the hope that an investigator will fucking pick it up and try to do their fucking job. I've been in this fucking state since January trying to turn in crimes against me, crimes that should have gone to social workers. And to this day, still no social worker. Why is that? Someone calling themselves Greiker is typing at me. Type, sup, mountain man. Do I know you? Types, relax, you're gonna have a stroke. Yeah, that'd be a good thing. If I had a stroke, you could see my disabilities. And then maybe people would try to fucking understand. Let me guess, Greiker, you're one of the people who's here from a Bill Jensen video. Or maybe one of them Natalie Bollinger groups. I shouldn't have to post this up on the fucking internet. There's a lot of fucking evidence that needs to be seen. They're taking advantage of my disabilities and forcing me into a situation where I cannot turn in my predators. The Scudders have done this as well. Zero effort to turn in the crimes that were committed that night. I need people to look at evidence and fucking speak up. Not procrastinate and then go, oh, well, there's no reason to, it's over with. No, it's not fucking over with. You helped my predators to get away. It will never be over with. Now, obviously, I'm not going to go trying to kill people because they're obviously not doing the right thing. But yeah, at this point, it's fucking predatory. They're using Christianity and hunting as an excuse to be predatory. Lying to an at-risk adult and helping their predators to get away is predatory. Always some fucking excuse. Thank goodness your excuses are on the internet. Now, there's a lot of stuff that's recorded on my little clandestine recording device, and it's downloaded onto my computer. Hundreds of conversations showing that these people knew. They were there. They saw it. They heard it. They did jack shit. The officer made zero attempt to collect any goddamn evidence. Not a goddamn thing. He just stood there like a fucking retard. Made zero evidence to collect evidence. Zero effort to collect evidence whatsoever. Then I got to do it by myself when I don't have the ability. I go to people who have the abilities, but there's always some excuse why they can't. Why they're gonna eventually, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait, and they don't care that they're wasting my fucking time and setting me into a fucking severe state of anxiety and making me wish I was fucking dead for even asking. Don't ask Scott Scudder to tell the fucking truth. He'll make you want to blow your head off for even asking. Don't ask Jason Scudder to tell the truth. He'll make you want to blow your fucking head off for even asking. But yeah, sure, Bible study. I've read the Bible. I've read it plenty. That ain't Jesus-like. That ain't Christ-like. Hell of a good thing to fucking hide behind, though, ain't it? A lot of people say, man, Sean, you burned all your bridges. No, they weren't bridges. They were never there. That's a fucking mirage. Pretty words are not a fucking bridge. Pretty words do not turn in predators. Pretty words do not stop predators. Asking predators nicely does not fucking work. You know what works? Violence. Violent people only understand violence. Why didn't Kayla Trujillo keep her word? Because she's a violent person. All she could talk about or suggest doing was harming people. How about Sarah Bacon? Just wanted to talk about killing people and hurting people and beating people up. I'm like, hey, you need to help me turn this into the cops. If I have to do it alone, they won't even fucking look. Not even if I go in person with it there with me. They will talk over me. They will make excuses. They will antagonize the situation. They will not look at evidence. And then they'll tell me, oh, well, you didn't show me anything. Jesus fucking Christ. Just like everywhere else, it's not the predators that make me want to die. It's the people who pretend they're going to help and then hide behind God. hide behind their families, hide behind murder of a fucking deer season. Yes, I support hunting. No, I don't support hunting at the expense of human lives, which is exactly what this is. I pay attention to the laws. When I go into those places, you know what? When they break the law, at least it's recorded. But I have to come up with money now to find a place where I can go and sit down and do that shit somewhere other than the fucking library, because I do need to make fucking phone calls. I don't have a place to do this shit. I don't have the money to keep running around doing this shit. I don't have $1 million to waste waiting on fucking Scott Scudder or somebody else to show up when they said that they fucking would. So I hurry up and wait. Instead of taking care of my daily needs, I'm hurrying up and waiting because stopping the abuse is more important than my daily needs. But I can't do that every fucking day. For Scott Scudder to pretend like he talked to officers, which ones? They're friends of yours, right? You don't even know their fucking names. You talk to them in general. You know what? I talk to lots of officers in general. They pretend it didn't fucking happen. I have no evidence of that. All I have is your word for it. And your word is no good. Scott Scudder, your word is no good here. Jason Scudder, your word is no good here. You broke your word more than once with nothing to show for it. If your excuses are real, then you should have no problems turning that shit into the fucking cops and explaining why you didn't come forward from the fucking start like a decent person. You could hear all these churches backtracking any excuse for them not to do their jobs too. It's not that I'm not fucking trying, it's that these people are all fucking excuses. I understand I've got a dick. I'm homeless. I don't fucking matter. Lip service should be good enough. I should call lip service help. No, I shouldn't. An investigator needs to pick this shit up. I'm tired of posting this shit on the internet because people are fucking lazy pieces of shit with excuses. I like Scott. I like his personality. I like his dad's personality. I like his brother's personality and his mother's. I love the hell out of Dallas's personality. Great personalities. Except that just like a used car salesman, those smiles hide behind bullshit. If you're gonna, then fucking do it. If you say you're gonna do it while smiling in my face, yeah, I want to believe you. But like a used car salesman, I'm the one that got fucked. You go to a used car salesman, they'll fucking smile in your face while telling you there's only 120,000 miles on it. Of course, then you run into the previous owner in the grocery store and he tells you, man, there was 600,000 on that thing when I sold it to him. But you want to believe the smile. I want to believe the smile. There is too much for one person to fucking go through. Even if they had a fucking house and money to go run around all these fucking appointments, all of my money goes to fucking basic goddamn survival. And I'm forced into this situation not because of crimes that I committed, but because of the crimes of others that I tried to turn in. Every crime that I have committed has been out of necessity to try to help stop the fucking abuse. There's these people who want to manipulate me after fucking taking advantage of me and stealing from me by using their families. No. You're a fucking lying piece of shit. If that was actually happening to your families, you would try to fucking turn it in, not try to fucking hide it. Not pretend that I'm a horrible person for giving out your personal business. You telling me you can't help because people are threatening to kill your fucking kids? Yeah, that's pretty fucking serious. And when I'm getting treated like I'm fucking schizophrenic for saying it, and you still won't come forward, and I post up screenshots and conversations with you that prove it, and then you want to pretend like I'm a horrible person? Meanwhile, you said you would help me turn it in, and then you want to call me up drunk. And then while you're drunk, you want to tell me all about yourself and tell me I just need to love myself and I need to do this and I need to do that. Have you tried here? Have you tried there? I need help. I cannot keep this shit straight and fucking organized. I am fucking overwhelmed in a state of fucking crisis. And these fucking predators are taking advantage of it. And people like Scott Scudder are letting it happen. That's what shows you're not good people. You're letting it happen. And even knowing that you're not good people, I still like you. You're not evil. But goddamn, this is some fucking manipulative ass goddamn shit. They told me I gotta turn in across the fucking internet, but I turn it in across the internet if I'm able to do so, if their website will allow me to fucking do so, and then they pretend that they couldn't see it. And that's the thing, is that I am fucking traumatized by shit that actually fucking happened, and these are things that they continue to do. When it comes to protocol, there's two sets of protocol. The law, and then their personal protocol when you try to turn them in. Or one of their friends, or one of their coworkers. Yeah, they can't do their job as a mandated reporter because they don't want to lose their job. Well, that don't confront me none, motherfucker. You're taking advantage of me and the rest of the American taxpayers. You're taking that money, and then you are victimizing the fucking victims with it, and then you are using it to hide your fucking crimes. This is not fucking okay! You know, I like Maddie Boa, but she was still a fucking meth dealer. I like Natalie and Alicia Bollinger, but they were both still fucking drug dealers. I love Kayla Trujillo, but she was still a fucking drug dealer. Yeah, you claim you want to do the right thing, but then, of course, the money is more important, isn't it? Money is important. It's more important to you than human life. And between coming forward and telling the truth to save human lives and thinking that throwing a fucking token at me is going to fucking fix everything. See, Sean, I showed I cared. I sent you $50 6 months ago. That should have been enough to get you unhomeless. Now, that officer committed a lot of crimes while I was there. The hospital staff only committed a few, and whether or not they even knew it was against the law is up for debate. Yes, it's illegal for them to not take a report about abuse against a child. You do not have to be the child who is being abused to turn it in, and they did outright lie about that, and knowing that it's a lie. Even that nurse had to go ask somebody else about the recording thing. Whereas in Hood River, they just tried to outright lie to me and convince me that it was illegal, just like they did in Colorado. And they get away with these things because I have to go in alone, because there are people who are witnesses who know this shit is happening. But you know what? If they don't go in, this is how I'm treated. I got fucking sick of the hurry up and wait. When is Kara Scudder going to keep her fucking word? She's not. When is Scott Scudder going to keep his word? He's not. When is Jason Scudder going to keep his word? He's not. When is Dallas Palmer going to keep his word? He's not. In order to do this stuff over the internet, I need help. Jared Scudder could help. He didn't show up when he was going to help. No call, no show. I make excuses. Don't I? I make excuses for these people. They tell me they couldn't for whatever reason. I repeat, they couldn't for this reason. It's discrimination. You see how much effect Molly was able to have on destroying my access to any resources here just by fucking playing victim. There is too much for me to go through with the limited amount of time that I have. You think that I've got all the time in the fucking world? No, right now I don't have access to most of that. I gotta try to come up with fucking gas money, but I need fucking help. If I go to the fucking bathroom, I have to be afraid of getting fucking arrested. If I park and try to get some fucking sleep, I gotta worry about getting fucking arrested. I'm trying to turn the evidence in! Help! Actually fucking help! Don't give me bullshit and lip service! What, you're finally gonna help me to turn this in when? When it's illegal to own firearms and illegal to hunt? Is that what it's gonna take for Jason Scudder to come forward? And I've spoken to it on several occasions about it since it happened, and it's always a fucking dismissive answer. Non-committal. Non-committal or not, you're a fucking witness to the situation. And your inability to keep your word, your wife's inability to keep her word, your son's inabilities to keep their word has cost me dearly. I've been patient enough. Now I am hoping, just like with every single one of my videos, that someone will take a look and fucking help me to turn it in. At this point, I can't consider what Scott Scudder and his family have done to be predatory. Misleading an at-risk individual and depriving them of resources. Oh, and it's not their fault that I believed them and wasted those resources believing them. It's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's my choice. I chose it. I chose it. No, what I chose was to try to get help from fucking liars.